10. Your diagnosis is rheumatoid arthritis, RA. It's an autoimmune disease where the body is literally attacking itself. We don't know what causes it. There are no known cures. What we know best is to treat it aggressively with a cocktail of chemotherapy drugs in order to stop the progression of the disease. Here's a prescription for 2 drugs which you can start immediately. That's what I was told 5 years ago by a rheumatologist, a specialist who truly understands disease, so it had to be right. Right? I no longer believe this to be the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I've joined the Are You a Messenger project in order to share my story in a much bigger way. In the last 5 years, I've heard so many stories and met so many people that have healed from diseases that were apparently incurable. What's my message? It's a message of hope. I believe that there's always hope. I believe that we can live a better life now, regardless of the diagnosis. I also believe in the body's innate ability to heal itself. In 2008, I had a pretty normal life. Great family, good job, finances were fine, life was pretty good. Then I woke up one morning and couldn't walk to the washroom. Pain in both feet made it impossible to stand, let alone walk. Then I got the diagnosis of this chronic autoimmune disease called rheumatoid arthritis. There was no hope for a cure, it was just a matter of learning to deal with the symptoms and slow the progression. That's what I was told, so I thought it had to be true. I had no further questions. With the medication, my conditions improved and life seemed almost back to normal. Then after 9 months on the medication, my hair started to fall out. When I tried to get an appointment, I found out my rheumatologist was moving and I could get an appointment in 4 months. What? My hair is falling out now! While the initial diagnosis of the disease was a wake-up call, the side effects that came with the medication served to be my real wake-up call. At that point in time, I made the decision that it was time to figure out what was causing my condition and to figure out if there just might be some information that I was missing. It was time to stop just masking the symptoms and to start healing. My journey of true healing began that day. While I've yet to find the cure for my disease, what I have learned is that we actually know a lot more about the factors that lead to discomfort and disease than we realize. And by having a better understanding of the root causes of any condition, we can return some hope to the person that has been diagnosed. We can take steps to have a better life, and in a number of cases, we can actually see symptoms disappear. I'm here to deliver a message of hope for true healing. Our body communicates with us. It whispers messages to us, if we only take the time to listen. When our body is tired, we get signs to rest. When stress starts to compound itself, we get a headache and we know it's time to slow down, if we only listen. If we don't listen, then the whispers become a scream. And if we don't listen for long enough, then the body can't handle it anymore, and we get a wake-up call. The alarm bells ring and we realize that we're on our own healing journey. It didn't have to be this way, if only we hadn't ignored the signs, but it is, and now our healing journey has begun. The first part of the journey is to understand the root causes of our condition. We know that diet and exercise are key contributors to health. If you've been on a diet of chicken wings, fries with gravy, and some adult beverages for the past few years, you probably have a pretty good idea of where to start. We know that stress impacts us. It actually has an impact on our health as well. Our emotions and our limiting beliefs about ourselves also have an impact on our physical well-being. Have you been beating yourself up emotionally all your life with feelings of unworthiness or being not quite good enough? Yep, that's a contributor too. I happen to believe that a contributing cause of a lot of autoimmune diseases stem from a subconscious form of emotionally beating ourselves up for many years prior to the condition showing up in our physical body. I have come to believe that the suppression of our emotions is also a key contributor to discomfort and disease. Not sharing thoughts for fear of angering another person or being judged poorly by others is an example of a suppressed emotion that builds and builds if done over a long period of time. With the proper techniques and questions, you can actually learn to understand the ways that your body communicates with you and ultimately get a better understanding of the root cause of discomfort and dis-ease. The next part of the journey is to learn the factors to help bring your whole body, your mind, body, spirit connection back into balance. Here are a few. The nature of your condition will help you determine the makeup of your healthcare team. For a headache, you might take an Advil. For a complex disease, you'll certainly be looking for more experienced team members. The most important thing for you to remember is that you are the captain and commander of this team. While specialists have been trained very well on the human body, You are the one who best understands your human body. If you remember nothing else, please remember this. My team has included a combination of my doctor and rheumatologist, along with a dietitian, a naturopath, an acupuncturist, and a massage therapist. Passion. It's amazing what passion can do to help the healing process. There are times that my passion for learning more and finding ways to share my message with others has been what's kept me moving forward through tougher times. When you are doing what you love, a number of stressors disappear, and your body can come out of fight or flight mode and go back about its business of healing. Another aspect that has a negative impact on our health is loneliness. It's a terrible state to be in, and it shows up in our health. I've seen a number of studies that show how being part of one or more communities, even online communities, helps people feel better and ultimately reflects in the quality of our overall health. It's not about being perfect. It is about balance. It's not about a high grade in one area of your life at the expense of others. Most people can't eat a perfectly balanced diet while continuing to mope around thinking that they're never going to get better. The key is to find the balance that works for you. We're all unique in some way, and the key is for you to understand what works for you. And finally, there are the tools that help us along our healing journey. Journaling is an effective tool, especially if you take the time to journal the feelings and emotions that you are going through. You'll be surprised at how much you can learn through a simple 30-day journaling exercise. Meditation is another great tool, and there are many forms of meditation that you won't even realize are meditation. Meditation is really about moment-to-moment awareness and being in the present. I've learned to use automatic writing as a form of meditation, as well as a way to look inside for answers. I go to my computer, write down a question, then simply start writing, as long as the thoughts come to me. I don't question the thoughts, I just write. And only when I'm done do I go back and read what I wrote. Learning how to use accomplishments list, as well as gratitude and forgiveness exercises, also lead us down the path of true emotional and physical healing. These are but a few of the tools that you can use to help you on your path to healing. So what's my message? There is hope. There is always hope. Join me on this project as I share my lessons and stories from my healing journey, and I hope that they can help you learn to live a better life now. In the Are You a Messenger project, I'll be sharing a lot more about the lessons and techniques that I have learned to help people live a better, more inspired life. I invite you to take the time to think about others, people that you may know that could benefit from this type of message. If there are people that can benefit from seeing this video and additional information that I will share in the next phases of this project, please share with them. If this message has inspired you, please provide your comments below for the benefit of me and other readers. Each comment that you make helps to spread the message to a broader audience. I really appreciate your support, and I'd love to hear from you. Thank you, and Namaste.